This problem is the same as the last problem, and so we'll approach it the same way. So we've got two coordinates. It's always good to have a visual of this. So -7, +1, maybe somewhere around here. I'm just going to redraw these axes. -7, +1, +3, -5, maybe somewhere around here. And I've got a line that looks like that. Okay, it looks like it has negative slope, so when I do my slope, I just want to make sure that my sign is correct. So when I find the change in y, it's going to be, I end at -5, and I start at +1, so my change in y is -6. Okay, so that's my change in y. My change in x, I ended at 3, I started at -7. That means I went to the right 10. So my slope ratio is going to be, make sure that you do your vertical first, -6 over +10. So I'm going to simplify that to -3 over 5. Okay, that looks right. My slope is negative. That's the right looking slope. So I want to find my y-intercept now. Okay, so I want to find that position. I can see it's kind of, maybe if I were to guess what it is, it looks like maybe -2, somewhere around there. Okay, so I don't want to guess at this. I'm going to just plug it into my equation. So what I know so far is my slope. Okay, so I'm going to put the slope in where the slope belongs in the equation. And I don't know my y-intercept, so I'm just going to leave it as b. And I want to solve for b, and the way I'm going to solve for b is I'm going to replace the x and a y with one of these two x and y pairs. So there's an x and y pair. Here's one x and y pair. Here's another x and y pair, and either pair will work. Okay, so I'm just going to arbitrarily choose this x and y and place it into the x and y in the equation. So y is -5. Again, remember to put the y with the y. And I have my x is going to be 3. And I have -3 over 5 as my slope. And my only unknown left in this equation now is b. So I'm going to algebraically solve for b. So I'm going to multiply this together, so I end up with -9 over 5 plus b. Okay, I want to add 9 over 5 to this side, so I'm going to end up with, let's change that to -25 over 5 plus 9 over 5 equals our b value. Okay, running out of space there, so I'm going to write over here. So my b value, maybe I'll just keep the color coding in here. My b value, when I put that together, -25 plus 9 is -16 over 5, and I'm going to leave it as a fraction. So I've solved for b. So my equation then is y equals, I know my slope, -3 over 5. Okay, it's going to be times x plus, and my b value, I've calculated it to be -16 over 5. Now you can write that as -16 over 5 if you like. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. It's probably better to write it as -16 over 5, but there it is. There's my y equals mx plus b equation. I know my equation now because I can calculate slope given those 2 points, and I can calculate the y-intercept by plugging in the coordinates. Okay? And there are other ways to find the y-intercept, but this is one of them.